Well, good morning and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, fightbackmedia.com, and fightbackmediatv.com. You know, I want to do this. I want to first of all thanks the people who watched the videos from yesterday. I did 3 of them, and they've got decent views, and I really appreciate it. Now, if you could just take the videos and share them with your friends, that would be even better. I think they're 3 really good subjects. One of them having to do with Amber Rose at the RNC. The other is JD Vance a good pick, and why they are after Judge Clarence Thomas. Check those out. Today, and I've sort of waited to do these things because we get all hot and bothered in the moment, but I want to wait until things sort of settle a little bit. Now, Saturday wasn't that long ago, but the left is turning itself into pretzels, trying to do 2 things, trying to say things like, well, we should turn the temperature down. We should turn the rhetoric down. Really? Are you serious? We should turn the rhetoric down. Donald Trump should turn the rhetoric down. Seriously? First of all, he got shot. So he needs to turn the rhetoric down? In a little bit, I'm going to play a number of clips because these people forget, or I don't know what the deal is, that a lot of the things they say get archived, and I'm going to implore you, I'm going to challenge you, every time you see a clip, every time you get a chance to archive something they say, do it. Whether you have to screenshot it, most of our phones will do screen recordings. Did you know that? Just scroll down to the top and see if you can go screen recordings. And that may be the only way you can do it, but because eventually the internet and those who are in charge of platforms like this one here on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, especially Instagram, eventually you will think you saw that, and then you won't be able to find it. Google will memory hold it, and it just disappears. You're like, wait a minute, I know I saw. So when you see it, make a point of doing your best to archive it, even if you can only make a recording of it on your phone against the computer, whatever it is, archive it, because we will need that later. And I was able to find some stuff and archive some stuff that we're going to play, and we're going to play for you in this particular video, and then ask you, and then ask you the question: who's calling for violence? I would think that the people who are calling for violence should be the folks that get told you need to settle the rhetoric down, because there are people, and you know them. Some of them are in your house. Some of them are your family members who get jacked up. And we're in a world today that people just say crap. We just say them because we don't think that what we say has any repercussions. And if it does have some negative repercussions, we go, "Oh, I didn't do it." We want to Pontius Pilate it. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. Really? And then you look at Donald Trump and say, you caused January 6th by using, I don't know, inflammatory words like peaceful. I don't think they know what peaceful means. I don't think they know what peaceful means. We've all seen the CNN clip where it's a mostly peaceful protest, and the dude standing there and there's a fire going on behind him. It's a mostly peaceful protest. So I don't think they know what peaceful means. Actually, I do. They do know what peaceful means. They're hoping that they can convince you that peaceful means something other than it means. So we're going to go through this series. Excuse me, my eye's itching. Remember, never put anything smaller than your elbow in your eye. Never do that. PSA. from the I Institute. Never do this. Anyway, squirrel. We're gonna play some clips, and we're gonna come back. And I'm gonna ask you what you think. Write it in the comments. What do you think? And if you haven't seen some of these, archive them, share them, take a picture of them on your phone. And if you're watching on your phone, screen record the show. It's fine. Share it with everybody that you know.
I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Too many see the protests as the problem. Please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Go to the Hill today. Get up in the face of some Congress people.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Running away from Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
When they go low, we kick.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact. They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact. They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Absolutely. You guys are out here on the heels of the attempted Trump assassination. Can I get your reaction to what happened the other day?
Well, it's a shame the person missed, but it's ironic that the shooter was also a Republican, and I am scared about political violence.
You're scared of political violence, but you were hoping that he wouldn't have missed.
Yes.
Wow. Could you elaborate on that? I mean, many people are thankful that the shooter missed and could have led to a lot of conflict in the country.
Regardless if Trump is in power or not, he has a lot of influence, and that makes him a very dangerous person, and nothing will stop. And we want to live, and sometimes Thomas Jefferson wrote a letter that included one of my favorite quotes, that sometimes the tree of liberty needs to be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants.
Do you hope to see others also, if all that holds true, do you want to see others try what this young man tried at this Trump rally?
I don't know if it would do any good.
Okay, interesting, yeah. I see you have a crossbow over here. Can you tell me a little bit more about it and why you decided to bring it here? So you have I don't know what it is. It looks like a crossbow.
Yeah, it's a pistol crossbow. I don't like firearms. This is a much safer alternative, and it's used only for personal defense as an absolute last resort.
Wow.
I hope I never have to use it.
Why did you feel compelled to bring it here? Do you feel unsafe?
Very much so. I'm absolutely terrified to be here.
I had one last question for you since it caught my eye. I see you have a hammer and sickle tattoo. Can you tell me more about this tattoo?
I was born in the Soviet Union. I was brought here when I was a little kid, but it's just a symbolism of where I came from. No, I do not support Russia. No, I don't condone anything that it does or that Putin has done. I would consider myself more of a socialist, but it's just a symbol of where I was born.
Okay, so when I hear that, well, Donald Trump brought this on himself, nobody brings this on themselves, if his brash, obnoxious manner is really reason for somebody that doesn't know him, that he hasn't really affected him in any dilatory manner, it's okay for that person just to, I don't know, take a pot shot at him. I think you folks don't know what that brought it on yourself means. Brought it on yourself means that you maybe killed a bunch of people. You've made people poor. You've done something heinous. Maybe you killed a baby. Donald Trump hasn't done any of these things. He's maybe hurt your feelings and made you mad. But hurting your feelings and making you mad is not bringing it on yourself so you could be murdered in front of one of your children. Barron was there. That's the part that, as a dad, affects me the most. That his kid was there. His youngest kid was there. Watched his father get shot. I can tell you from a lot of personal experience, that kind of thing changes you. It changes you. And I don't think it changes you in the best way. So I pray for Barron and Melania and our nation. What do you think? After seeing what you saw, after hearing what you've heard, what do you think? Write it in the comments. My name is Willie Lawson. This is the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. Till we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, don't take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.